Ken Harbaugh, running for Congress in the Ohio 7th, and we are gathered here in front of our current representative's office, although you might never know it because he has hardly ever been seen coming in and out of this office. We have a congressman who has voted 13 times against families with loved ones with pre-existing conditions like my own little girl. For me, this is not a political issue. It is a deeply, deeply personal one. Lizzie was born needing 4 surgeries before she turned 4 years old. And my wife and I scheduled the first one of those, not knowing how we would pay for it. There is no fear quite like leaving an infant on an operating table. And then retreating to the waiting room and having all of that worry and concern about how that procedure is going to go, but having added to that the fear that that decision is going to bankrupt the family. We are the richest country on earth. That is not what I fought for as a Navy pilot. We need a representative who is going to fight for us, who is going to protect those with pre-existing conditions. We're going to hear from a couple of families from the district today who are going to share their story. I'd like to introduce Ms. Diamond, who's going to talk about her board meeting. Thank you.
My name's Elizabeth Diamond. My son Deacon Vinegar was born with hypoplastic left heart syndrome, which essentially is half a heart. The left side of his heart never developed. I was very fortunate to have wonderful doctors in place, and I found out when I was still pregnant because I also have some health issues and was considered high risk from the very beginning. So we had a plan in action, and the Children's Hospital team took him, and he had his very first open heart surgery at 10 days of age, and Children's Hospital set me up with everything we needed as far as health care, so that it was one thing I didn't have to worry about. Since then, we've always received the assistance for our insurance through Medicare and Medicaid, since I'm on disability and Deacon is. He had a total of 7 surgeries before he was 2 years of age, and it's just one thing I didn't have to worry about was the health care. So we're now kind of in limbo until Deacon has to have a heart transplant. And now here I am finally having to kind of be scared about what our health care needs are going to be and if they're going to be met. And like I said, I'm on disability. I'm a single mom of 2 kids, and to try to have to come up with the money for health care after always having that worry taken away is pretty terrifying. So we've given Ken our support 100% because it's not something that we want to think about when we're worried about keeping our kid alive. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. Every morning I wake up and I think about those 4.8 million Ohioans with pre-existing conditions, their families, their fears, like that fear I had as a father, worrying how we were going to take care of my little girl Elizabeth. We're going to hear now from Ann Schlosser, who is going to share a story of survival.
I'm Ann. I'm 53 years old. I have a wife and a mother, 3 children, Megan, who teaches in Orlando, and my daughter Sarah is 24 at the University of Iowa, and my son Adam is 16, and we live in Stark County and have for 25 years, my husband and I. About a little over 10 years ago, I found a pea-sized lump in the back of my thigh that quickly grew within a few weeks to this larger than a watermelon. After the biopsy, I was told I had a liposarcoma, a very rare and aggressive form of cancer. After radiation, the doctor told me I was going to die with this, and it moved into my lung, and I was going to die within 3 months. We went to several doctors in Ohio. They were unwilling to treat me. We went to MD Anderson in Houston, and they turned me down. Fortunately, my husband, with the insurance company, worked together, and they got me into Memorial Sloan Kettering in New York City. They were willing to work with me. They removed the tumor in my left lung and half of my left lung. They removed the tumor in my leg, 24 inches long. Very shortly, it came back in my right lung and in my heart, and we treated that. Then we did a lifetime of maximum load of chemotherapy in 4 months. I really don't remember that, thankfully. If we didn't have our good insurance, I would not have been able to leave the state. If pre-existing conditions were in effect, I wouldn't have been treated for some of the surgery. Doctors weren't willing to operate or do the chemo. I am very scared about pre-existing condition. It frightens me. If they remove that, I don't know what I would do. I live with this every day. I am not in remission. I have what they call no evidence of disease, which means I will never be in remission. I will always have this. I travel to New York every year to be poked and prodded and tested. Thankfully, my husband's an accountant, so we're able to live very frugally and tight budget. A majority of our take-home pay goes towards our medical expenses. We're paying a medical bill every week. I had 2 come in today. If it wasn't for the insurance that I have now, I wouldn't have seen my daughter get married. I wouldn't have held my granddaughter in my arms when she was born. I wouldn't have purchased my son's homecoming suit or given him $20 for his first aid. And I'm praying that I'll be there when he graduates from high school. And that's why I support Ken Harbaugh, because he believes. It's the long and short of it, he believes. Thank you.
Thank you, Ann. If we lose the battle as a country, the richest country on earth, about what healthcare is going to be, then little girls like my daughter, like Deacon, boys like Deacon, 4.8 million Ohioans are going to be uninsurable until they turn 65 and go on Medicare. That is not right. And we have a congressman who not only voted 13 times to rip away those protections for people with pre-existing conditions, he took $123,000 from the insurance industry before voting to take away health care from nearly 500,000 Ohioans. He took money from Cardinal Healthcare, which has been sued by Mike DeWine for its role in the opioid epidemic. And worst of all, he's never explained himself. We never see our congressman. We're standing in front of his office, but he's hardly ever been here. No one commands that office. It's by appointment only. The job of a representative is to represent, is to show up, and to fight for the families, for the people of this district who sent me to Washington. That is my pledge to you. It's an invocation of that oath of office that I swore 22 years ago, not to a party, certainly not to a donor class. When I rose my right hand and swore that oath, it was to the Constitution.